Is this thing on? It seems to me that a lot of people don't like salmon. I'm going to show you a way to make it that might change your mind. If you make it this way and you still don't like it, feed it to your cat and don't eat salmon anymore. The first thing that I think a lot of people do wrong if they don't like salmon is they buy the wrong salmon. If you buy wild salmon, it has a stronger, fishier flavor. So if you're turned off by that, I'd encourage you to try farm-raised salmon. There's a lot of very knowledgeable people who would probably argue against me on this point, both ethically and nutritionally. I don't know that there's enough evidence to suggest that eating farm-raised salmon is particularly bad, and I think it tastes better other than maybe king salmon that costs twice as much. So I'm going to use farm-raised salmon. What I have here is a 1 pound piece of salmon that I'm going to make 2 portions with. The salmon that I buy is already boned. The bones have been removed from it, but if the salmon you buy has bones, which you can find by running your hand through the flesh, you want to pull those out. I'm going to cut the salmon into 2 portions, and I think some people have a hard time cutting salmon. If you cut it with the skin side down, it cuts a little bit easier. It also helps if you have something really sharp. This is just a cheese cleaver, but I've sharpened it so it's really sharp. So just cut through the flesh first. And then get through the skin after you've cut through the flesh. If you try to go through both at once, it doesn't work as well. So now I've got 2 portions. So now that I have my salmon portioned, I'm going to throw things around the kitchen. Wow, that's slippery. So now that I have my salmon portioned, just going to prep a glass baking dish with a little bit of canola oil spray. I'm going to put the salmon in the baking dish skin side down first. Spray a little spray on the flesh side of your salmon, and then give it a good seasoning with cracked black pepper and some kosher salt. And then take a pre-washed lemon and just slice it in 2. Just squeeze the juice from the lemon right onto your salmon and toss the lemon right into the dish. And then flip your salmon over so that it's skin side up. The idea, and I don't know how much validity there is to this, is that the skin will exude some of its juices and flavor into the flesh by being on top. I don't know if that's really true, but it does taste better to me when I do it this way, so give it a try. And that's all the prep there is to this dish. So I'm going to pop it into the oven. My oven's preheated to 400 degrees, and for that size,
Sorry.
The oven's preheated to 400 degrees, and for this portion of salmon, I'm going to give it about 16 minutes. You know, portions vary and oven temperatures vary, so you may have to experiment and find the perfect time to get the doneness you want. I'm shooting for a little bit beyond medium rare on mine. So after 15 or 16 minutes, our salmon is done. Now, if you're worried about the skin, it just peels right off. Super, super easy. The last thing I do is just take some of the lemon that was baking with the salmon and squeeze a little bit on top. You can do that to your liking. The baking mellows the lemon out a little bit, so it's a little less acidic and tart. By complete coincidence, I'm having my salmon tonight with the broccoli that I make in my video, How to Make Broccoli You'll Actually Want to Eat. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out at a link I'll put in the description below. If you don't like salmon, try it this way. The farm-raised salmon's really mild, comes out really buttery and delicious. Give it a shot. Thanks for watching.